What's up, guys? I want to make another video today because I was thinking about some things today, and I was thinking about when I speak to you guys about stuff. I speak to you about it because not because I have seen it happen or I believe in it, but because I've gone through it. And one of the things that I mean is that we tend to let people tell us that we can't do something or we can't be something, and we believe it. And I can say that because I've done that. I've listened to people who tell me that I can't do something or I can't be something, or me trying to do something is going to be a waste of my time. I've believed it. I've done it. I've listened. So when I tell you not to do that, it's not because I'm just, making things up and because I listen to motivational speakers and they say it. I'm telling you that because I've actually gone through it, so I know what the repercussions are and the outcome is of that. So, for example, childbirth. As a male, we will never fully understand childbirth. Now, they have a bunch of, simulators and different things that give men an idea of what it's like. But we will never 100% fully grasp what that's like. Now, speaking about childbirth, that's a perfect example of pain and pleasure. And it's a perfect example of going through something in your life that you have to go through, and there's the joy and then there's the pain of it. Childbirth, now I've never given birth and I will never be able to, but it's painful. We could all agree to that. Regardless of whether you delivered a baby or not, childbirth is painful. But on the other end of that is the pleasure of childbirth. As a male, as much as we love our kids, and we will always love our kids, we will never fully understand what it's like to have carried that child in our bodies and to have that child have grown inside of us. So, just as a woman is the only one that'll fully ever experience the pain of childbirth, she is also the only one that will fully experience the pleasure of childbirth. Now, like I said, us as men, we will love our kids, but the bond of actually having that kid grow inside you and deliver it, we will never fully understand that. So that's the way life is. There's going to be things that cause us pain. There's going to be things that hurt. There's going to be things that we're not looking forward to going through because we know that it's going to hurt. With that said, we have to realize that on the other side of the pain is the joy. On the other side of going through that pain is the growth and the success and the joy of going through that and experiencing that, and we're better for it. Like I said, childbirth is probably the most painful thing a woman can go through. But when you deliver that baby and you're holding that baby on your chest, the joy, the love, the happiness, all of that came from that pain. It all came from that pain. If you never experience having a child, I am sorry for that, but there's nothing like it. I mean, just watching that child grow, watching that child become a person, and having an effect on the kind of person that child becomes. That child is like your goal and like your dream. If you never have that, if you never have a goal, if you never have a dream, I feel sorry for you, because there is so much joy and pleasure that comes from that dream and that goal. Is there going to be pain going through that dream and having that goal? Absolutely. There is going to be a ton of pain and a ton of heartaches and a ton of up and downs. And it's just like having a child. You're going to have to go through that in order to reap the award of the outcome. And just like a child, you dedicate yourself to it. You try to bring it to a point where it's better off because of you. It's the same thing as your goal and your dreams. You have to put effort into it. You're going to determine what your goal and your dream becomes. Now, with a child, we all have an innate personality that we're born with. And no matter what kind of situation we're raised in, no matter what kind of parents we're raised by, we become a certain type of person. It's nourishing that and finding what that person is going to become and trying to feed that side of it. So if your child wants to be a baker, then you want to find out what you can do to help that child be the best baker they can be and be happy. Just like your goals, you need to put your efforts into that goal to achieve it so it can become what you want it to become, and it becomes what it's supposed to become. You know, and just like life, there's ups and downs. There really is. But if you think about it, I'm in the medical field. I'm in EMS. And some of you may or may not know what an EKG is. An EKG is a picture of your heart, of your heartbeat, and the process of your heart beating. Now, if you look at that EKG, there is peaks and valleys. There is ups and downs. There's little ups, big downs, big ups, little downs. And just like life, your heartbeat is full of ups and downs, highs and lows, and that's how your life is. But if we didn't have those ups and downs and those peaks and valleys in our heartbeat, we wouldn't be alive, okay? So life, having those ups and downs, having those peaks and valleys, that's the heartbeat, okay? That's our heartbeat of life. And as long as we have that heartbeat, those peaks and valleys, those ups and downs, we have an opportunity. So every time your heart beats, it's a chance. Every time you wake up in the morning, it's an opportunity. There's a process in everything. There's a process in your heart beating. There's a process in air going into your lungs, oxygenating your cells and releasing carbon dioxide so we could live. There's the process of your heart, of the electrical activity going through so that it pumps and it circulates the blood. Just like in life, there's a process. Things don't just happen without some sort of process. Now, I keep saying process because that's what life is, and that's what we need to believe in. We believe in the process, not the straight line. Okay, everybody wants to go right from point A to point B. That's not how life works. Imagine if, you know what happens in an EKG when there's a straight line? That's called asystole. That means you have no heartbeat, and that means you're dead. So that straight line from point A to point B isn't always rewarding. It isn't always the best outcome. You know, you need those peaks and valleys. So you have to believe in the process. You have to believe that a part of life is failure. A part of life is letdown. A part of life is heartbreak. It's the yin and yang. If you have never experienced sadness, how can you ever really experience happiness? If you have never experienced failure, how can you really understand and experience success? So, what I'm trying to say is, don't give up on the process because the line isn't straight. Don't give up on the belief that you can do what you set out to do. Because if your heart didn't have those peaks and valleys and ups and downs and highs and lows, you wouldn't have a life, okay? If a mother didn't go through the pain of labor or childbirth, then nobody would have the child to understand and appreciate and to love and to nourish and to grow. So this is going to be real quick. It just came to my mind. I just had to get it out. But please just follow the process, believe in the process, and just understand from pain comes joy. From peaks and valleys and ups and downs becomes opportunity. So believe in the process, go through the process, and make the most of the process, and you will get to where you need to be, because life isn't easy, but it's worth it. Peace. Have a good day. Take care.